Hello, in today's video, I'm sharing 10 amazing must-have Amazon products that are under $15 that I've been loving and think you will too. I just realized that about the price point right before filming. Now, I do have one additional product that is over that price point that I wanted to include because I've been loving it, and you'll see why it can't be under the $15 when we get to that product. You just never know what you're going to find when you shop on Amazon. If it's going to be really good or really bad. And I love sharing products that stand out to me and curating these videos for you. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I'm excited to share these Amazon finds with you. So let's get started. When it comes to pencil eyeliner, I'm really picky. I find at 48 that many of them tug on the skin around my eyes. That's not as taut as it once was when I was younger, or they set too quickly, so I'm not able to smudge my eyeliner like I enjoy doing. Or they don't last throughout the day. There's always some kind of an issue. Not always, but a lot of the time. Essence recently launched their Stay and Play gel eyeliners that have passed the test. They make the cut. Now, one thing to note is that these are very soft gel eyeliners. You only need the softest touch for them to glide on extremely easily and smoothly. They don't tug or pull. They're great for dry or mature eyelids. I spent some time swatching each of these shades on the back of my hand. I wanted to show you how just using the lightest of touches gave me nice pigment. I did go over some of these a couple times just to show you you can go in lightly or build up the pigment if you want. These give me time to smudge them if I want to smoke out my eyeliner, and they set down all day long. They're sweat proof, waterproof, transfer proof. They wear in my waterline nicely if I want to go for that look, although I don't do that often, but they are great for that. These are $5 and I've been loving them. Once I realized how much I love them, I looked at some reviews to see if people concurred with my thoughts, and overall the reviews are great. Now, a little bit of negative feedback that I saw had to do with how soft the tip was. People had issues with it smudging or breaking. I think because they were probably going in with it like it's a regular pencil eyeliner. I can't emphasize enough how soft these are. You just want to use the lightest hand and you will get nice pigment from it. If you do that, these should not break. They should not smush. The other major thing that I saw was that people were aggravated that the only amount of product that they got before they had to throw the pencil out was this, that the pencil doesn't sharpen or twist up. It does kind of look that way, but these sharpen. They do sharpen. You can see here one that has never been sharpened, what it looks like versus the white pencil that I have sharpened. If it weren't for those complaints, I think these would be 5-star eyeliners all around. I just think that they are absolutely fantastic, especially for $5. What a great new launch from Essence. I'm so glad that I tried this and I was so excited to share it with you. I'm going to stick with eyes for just a minute with the Catrice The Pure Nude eyeshadow palette. I've worn this in my everyday life. I do have this applied lightly today, and I just think for $6, this is such a nice neutral palette to have. It's easy to use. You have a nice range of neutral shades ranging from light all the way to a deep shade to line with. You can get an entire eye look like I have here today, or you can do a nice one and done look by swiping one of these nice mid-tone shimmer metallic shades on your lid and calling it a day. It's just really easy to use. I find these shimmers metallics to be flattering on my dry eyelids. Now, I do find that the mattes can be a little bit dusty. I do tap my brush off before any application just to minimize that, but any fallout I've ever gotten dusts away easily, or you can always do your eyes before you apply your foundation. But for $6, I just think this is a great drugstore palette from Catrice. So if you're a fan of neutrals and you want a great $6 palette, this is definitely worth looking into. I don't know how I discovered this primer, but I'm glad I did. It's less than $15 and it's cruelty-free, and it has thousands of reviews and almost 5 stars. This is the Elizabeth Mott, a K-beauty brand. Thank me later face primer. This is designed to minimize pores and mattify and control oil during the day. Now, if you have dry skin, there is an illuminating version I will have linked to. I would actually like to try that because I have combination skin that gets oily in my T-zone, but it's more normal around the perimeter. Sometimes I like to have illuminating primers. This has kind of a light pink color to it. It's a thicker kind of paste consistency, which made me a little nervous at first. I thought it would not apply well to the more normal areas of my face, the perimeter, but it applied beautifully to all areas of my face. It's paraben free and you can feel it start to smooth your skin as you apply it. You can see it start to minimize pores. My makeup applies beautifully over it and it does keep everything nice and smooth and matte all day. It keeps my makeup looking fresh, and it's also supposed to be waterproof and sweat proof, and it's really hot here right now in New Orleans and I have worn it out in the heat and it's performed great. This has been a great primer for me to have this summer in major heat and humidity like we're having right now. So if you're looking for something like that, if you also have oily combination skin, or if you are just having these massive heat waves, humidity like we're having, you might want to try this. And apparently the illuminating one is great too. So I was really, really glad to pick this up. I have another face product and another product from Catrice that I've been really, really impressed with, and it's $8. This is the Catrice Prime and Fine Mattifying Powder. This is a waterproof, transfer resistant, sweat proof powder that I thought was going to be very chalky and emphasize fine lines and wrinkles and pores and just make me look dry, but it has not. It is very sheer. Now it looks like it's going to be chalky, but when you blend it in, it just disappears into your skin. Now it is really hot in this room right now because we're having record highs this year. I have a big window in here. I'm under hot lights, and even when you're not shiny in person, the camera tends to make you look shinier than you are. So you really have to be matter than usual when you're filming so that you don't look extra shiny, if that makes any sense at all. But I waited to blot or touch up until right before this segment so I could do it with this, so you could see how it just is invisible. You just really can't see when you apply it. There's a mirror included. Now there's no applicator, so you do need to use your own sponge or puff or brush or whatever you want to apply it with. It's cruelty-free and vegan, and it reminds me of a very similar product from Urban Decay. They have an all-nighter powder that's also a waterproof powder. The packaging is kind of similar too. This is great to keep on hand if you are going into some kind of environment where there's going to be water and you really want to make sure that your makeup stays in place, or if you live in a hot, humid environment where you could possibly sweat, or if you're someone that sweats on your face and you're worried about your makeup staying on, this powder can help give you that insurance, whether you want to set with it or touch up with it during the day. And I think it's great, especially in these specific instances. This isn't something I use every day, but it's another product that's been great for this time of year. I don't know what took me so long to try this product, especially when I've had such great luck with other Neutrogena Hydro Boost products, but I finally picked up the Hydro Boost Waterproof Plumping Mascara, and I had great luck with it. It's got this wand that I normally wouldn't think would work for me. I guess because the spiral of the bristles is spaced kind of far apart. I normally like close spaced bristles, I guess, because it helps separate my lashes really nicely, but this works really great for that. Now, if you're a subscriber of mine, you know I have stick straight lashes that kind of point down until I use a lash curler, but if I don't use some kind of waterproof light layer before I go in with a regular volumizing, lengthening, dramatic mascara, my lashes will just fall straight down. They will not hold a curl. So that's something I pretty much always do, is go in with a light layer of waterproof mascara, and it's usually drugstore because it's more economical. And so that is how I've primarily used this mascara, and it's worked beautifully for that. But I especially like this for that step because it's not just a mascara. It's enriched with other ingredients. It's got hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, and keratin, to help dry and brittle lashes. So for that reason, this is actually, in my opinion, a great option instead of using some kind of a primer if you have hard to curl lashes. A lot of primers also straighten out my lashes, but this new one from Too Faced didn't. I shared this in my recent favorites and fails, my July favorites and fails, as being a product that I liked. It's a black primer that holds my curl. It's one of the rare primers that actually holds my curl, and it's got some nice nourishing ingredients. Now, the wand is completely different than the Hydro Boost wand, but if you are wanting something to hold your curl and prime your lashes and give you more than just what a waterproof mascara will, and you don't want to pay this kind of a price, this is $12. So it does give you that option. Now, I do think this gives more volume and length and is a great option to use by itself. And it also has benefits that I've been liking. If you're looking for some non-greasy, non-comedogenic, effective makeup wipes that are also fragrance-free and just non-irritating in general, these from Honest Beauty, these are just the Honest Beauty Makeup Remover Facial Wipes. These are plant-based and good for all skin types. These have been really, really great. Now, I am not someone that uses makeup wipes to remove my makeup, to cleanse my face, but I like having them on hand. Again, I feel like we're kind of going on a theme with special circumstances. I use them to remove swatches, and on occasion, if I have a blunder with my makeup and I need to remove a specific area, they come in handy. They have a sustainability certification. They are EWG certified and cruelty-free. A lot of makeup wipes have irritated my skin when I've used them. I can kind of feel them after, almost in a burning kind of way. These are really gentle. You can get a pack of 30 for $7, or you can get a 3-pack for $20. I'm a bigger fan of using things like the makeup eraser or those makeup remover discs that you can throw in your washing machine. Every now and then, makeup wipes come in handy. So I wanted to share these. If you haven't tried these, maybe you've been using Neutrogena or something that you just see at the store and don't realize that there might be a better option. These have been really great. I've been loving them, and these are so much better on my skin. I recently did a video with a full face of makeup for around $50 using some of my favorite drugstore products. If it's up already, I'll have it linked in the corner and down in my description box and my top pinned comment, along with everything I'm sharing today. I also tried to use less expensive tools throughout the video. I used the Beaky sponge, which I just discovered last month. I know I'm late to the party. I also used some of the brushes from this Beaky Brush Set, which is what I wanted to share with you today. This entire set plus 2 sponges, there's also a pink sponge that's included, is $10, which is less than most single makeup brushes that you see us using on our channels regularly. So even if you get this entire set and you only keep the sponges, which are fantastic by the way, and let's say just 1 brush, to me that is more than worth the $10 that you spent on this. But on top of that, last month after I shared them, they saw that and reached out to me to give me a code to share with you. So I have a 20% off code for Amazon for Beaky products that's also going to be listed in my top pinned comment and in my description box, to where you can save even more money on these products that are already priced super, super well. So this is a $10 brush set. There are 5 eye brushes and 5 face brushes. Now, some of the eye brushes are a little big for my eyes that are small. And I know some people, every time I say that, say I don't have small eyes because they don't look small in proportion to my face, but I have a small head. So in proportion, my eyes are also small, but they may work beautifully for those of you with normal size heads or large heads. A couple of them though really worked nicely. I keep dropping these. I'm going to set them down so I can talk to you just about a couple of these that I think you'll enjoy. All of them are very soft, so that's the first thing to note. There is a powder brush, highlighting brush, blush brush, foundation brush, and contour brush for the face. For the eyes, there's a detail brush, a smudging brush, a concealer brush, an angled eyeshadow brush, and then they just call it an eyeshadow brush. Now this is what they're calling a highlighter brush. I used it to lay down my under eye powder. You could also use it for highlighter if you like a denser highlighter brush. Very soft. I really enjoyed it for my under eye area. Now this is what they're calling a powder brush. This is not what we traditionally think of as being a powder brush. They're usually large and fluffy. I really like this for powder foundation or finishing powder. It's really soft. The density is perfect for that. And these are the other face brushes. Now this is what they're calling a blush brush. It's a little narrow and dense for blush. I feel like I can find other uses for these, especially with the whole set being $10. And then we have the eyeshadow brushes here, all very, very soft, and then 2 sponges. The pink one is downstairs in my vanity. I did use the blue one in that video. I think you could find a use for some, if not all of these, especially at that price point. I think I've shared with you the exfoliating gloves that I love in the past. If I haven't, I'll share them with you, but I have to share this exfoliating towel. I got this last month. It's been living in my shower and it works beautifully to exfoliate gently. A lot of times products like this that exfoliate feel very abrasive and scratchy, and this one somehow gets the job done and allows you to get your back, and it doesn't feel like you're scratching your skin off with sandpaper in the process. Plus, it's less than $15. This is made in Japan, and it's got this signature rip-resistant fabric that consists of 2 thread types, which is why it works so well. It's got a really tightly woven thin thread that helps create this rich lather from whatever you're using. Plus, it's got a textured body exfoliator thread, and that's what really tackles dirt, oil, and dead skin cells, which we need to be getting rid of regularly. It helps give you that glow and radiance to your skin, and it keeps everything soft, supple, and smooth, which is harder to do, especially as we get older. It exfoliates thoroughly, but it's gentle enough for sensitive skin. This is supposedly how traditional Japanese exfoliating washcloths were made, but they gave it a modern twist, some modern elements to update it and make it a more enjoyable experience. And I have to say, I really do like this. I also love that I can hold it like this and take it along my back, which is a hard to reach area for most people. I love effective yet gentle products, and this is one of them. There's not a single person that doesn't need this next product. It's necessary, it's effective, and yet it's so simple, and it's around $6. This is called a screen cleaning kit, but it's really just a couple of sleeves and a bottle. So you have this first clear sleeve, then you have this solid sleeve that the bottle slides down into. You can fill this with a cleaner of some sort, whatever you choose, or with just water. You pop it back in, and this surface is actually this tight microfiber that's made especially to clean your screens, your laptop, phone, iPad, and it cleans them perfectly. My MacBook screen has been filthy, smudgy, you name it, for as long as I can remember. I've tried cleaning it with other things, but it never quite got it right. This cleaned it perfectly, and I've even used it without spraying anything, and it still works really nicely. I'll try to show you that to you on my phone because it is pretty smudgy. I'll try and catch it in the light just right so you can see it with smudges, and then with after, with using nothing, not even using the spray, or I should say a spray, since you can use whatever you want to in it. Everyone needs this, in my opinion. This has been around forever, and I'm just now discovering it. Maybe everybody knows about it but me, but I'm glad that I do now. Even though I've been doing most of my planning online or on my iPad, sometimes it's nice to jot things down that you need to do that day. That's it. This planner is really for that purpose. It's also nice. It's got a nice presentation. It's solid. It has a hard cover. So I wanted to share it with you because I feel like some of you could benefit from a product like this in your life too. You have an intro page, of course. I'm going to skip the pages that I've used. So it's a 1-page layout, which is nice and simplified already. It's undated and spaced really nicely. It basically has spots for things you must get done today, a quick to-do list, any notes or appointments. You can also track your health and fitness and meal tracking. There's a motivational quote at the bottom, and you can put something you're grateful for at the top. I like to do that sometimes, but I've found that this comes in really handy just for quickly jotting down what I need to do the next day, and that's it. It's not for future planning, it's not for the weekend, it's for that day only and for the important things, which can be really nice. I like sometimes having the stuff in eyesight just right in front of me, and this is a nice way to keep that organized. It's got a nice presentation if you want to keep it closed too, and it's a small business. I think sometimes we forget that there are many small businesses on Amazon. They included a really nice thank you note. There's a pocket in the back too, I forgot to mention, but yeah, a really nice touch from the brand owners, which I appreciated. I've used this next product at some point almost every day since I've gotten it. It's an ergonomic product. For those of you that sit a lot, it has helped me so much. And I know a lot of you sit a lot, you work in an office or at a desk or wherever. So this is a seat cushion with almost 100,000 reviews and almost 5 stars. And I can't hold it up and show it to you right now because I'm sitting on it, and I will lower a little bit. My chair is set to the right height for this cushion, so I'll insert some footage so you can see what this looks like. But it has a U-shaped cutout that promotes proper spine alignment and enhances posture and back support and pressure relief from lower back, coccyx, tailbone pain, and even sciatica pain if that's something that you suffer from. It helps evenly distribute your weight better than just sitting directly down to reduce pressure and pain. And it's made with what they call comfort foam, that's made for those of you that sit 8 hours plus to give you lasting comfort. It's also supposed to conform to your body, using body heat and never flattening out or becoming misshapen in the process. And this one in particular has a non-slip bottom. So as you probably guessed, this is the one product in the video that is over that $15 price point. I want to say it's right around $50, and it's been worth every penny. It's something you use every day, and it's made to be resilient and not lose its shape. You're putting your body weight on it every single day. So if you sit a lot, if you find yourself shifting in your seat pretty often to make yourself more comfortable, this is a great product for you. I wish I had gotten it a long time ago. I've stumbled upon a lot of Amazon favorites that have really impressed me, and I've shared those here with you. If you want to see some more, be sure and click this video. I hope you enjoyed this and found it helpful. Let me know your thoughts down below if you've tried these or if you're going to try any of these. If you did enjoy it, I would love it if you would give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!